Hi.
Perfect. It was just requesting and I was getting your commentary around someone's where's my sponsorship and I started giggling.
Hi, Josh. Nice to see you.
Likewise. How's it going?
Very well. I know we have an audience, so we won't do all the personal catch-ups this time round. But thank you for joining. I obviously know you very well. You've been an athlete of ours for a long time, but I think there's going to be a lot of people on the call who don't know you as well. So would love for you to just give us a quick intro to who you are, and then I, as you know, have lots of questions and things to ask you for our brands and athletes to hopefully learn some of Josh's magic.
Yeah, perfect. Well, quick hits. I'm Josh Dixon, former Team USA gymnast through the 2012, 2016 Olympic cycles. Um, oh, I see KJ on here, one of my friends. Um, and current venture partner of the Players Impact, which is a athlete fund, athlete syndicate, and the venture community. And I obviously participate quite a bit in the media creator influencer space, whatever we want to call it nowadays. But yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell.
I love it. All right, well, let's dive straight in. I know your time is valuable. So, I suppose very quickly, I'm CEO and co-founder of Open Sponsorship. We are a marketplace that connects brands to athletes. Josh has worked with us for a number of years, and we wanted to bring him on because one of the biggest things that we're hearing from brands at the moment is, you know, we like athletes and we want to do deals, but sometimes the content is just not as great as our other influencers. And something that we recommended you for, and we know that our brands love about you, is just how great your content is. And I suppose being a gymnast really helps, but maybe just talk us through how do you think about content creation, and why do you think you are such a fan favorite of our brands when it comes to content creation versus, I mean, we have 17,000
Hmm.
athletes. Why are athletes not great at it naturally?
Yeah, I think what makes kind of what I do in this space different and unique is that um, I'm always thinking value to the brand. Rather than, hey, let's transact for a quick buck. It's, hey, how can I actually take the time to sit in the other seat of if I'm going to contract Ishveen for all of her name, image, likeness, IP, everything, her entire diary of work in her life thus far, like, what am I going to get from it? And kind of taking yourself out of that seat to really think, like, how can I be bringing value to the other side of this? Let's drop the ego, let's drop the vanity, because it's going to happen anyway, because it's going to be a very visible piece of video or photo. But how can we kind of step outside ourselves and think, hey, can this live as a commercial beyond my nine squares on an Instagram feed? Can this be used in commercial assets? Can this be used in whitelisting capabilities? Will this still be evergreen and relevant 12 months from now, a year, more than that, more than 12 months from now? And can it live beyond the campaign construct? And also kind of approaching it with a different level of professionalism. The media and social media space is big dollars. It's a big industry. And if athletes stay in the mindset of, hey, a fun side hustle, a quick buck, and don't approach it as a serious, legitimate business enterprise, um, that shifting headspace is
Mm.
pretty important. Developing brand relationships, doing repeat partnerships, being top of mind for um, account managers when they move brands, when they move agencies. I've seen that and have experienced that several times. So just kind of having the same level of professionalism with media and this craftsmanship the same way you would with your own sport and your own craft. You're not going to show up to practice late. You're not going to half-ass your way through a game or a competition. It's the same thing, different arena.
I love that. Absolutely. Do you have a photographer that you use for all of your paid endorsements?
I do. And that's part of kind of the I know what I produce and put out there is very buttoned up and tidy and commercial to a degree. Yes, so yes, I am not the genius behind the lens. I joke a lot with my partner in this, Nadim Zogby, that uh, he is the genius. I'm just the muse. But we work really well together in kind of seeing the vision, putting it on paper, and then when we're in the shooting phase and production phase, we're kind of iterating off each other, and it works well. So I certainly have help in this, and that kind of speaks to the, hey, let's approach it as a business and a team effort here.
Awesome. And I know, when we first started working together, it was all about like static imagery and beautiful
Mhm.
static imagery.
Yeah.
How do you think about video, given that that's what's like trending at the moment? And it's very different, right?
Oh yeah, it goes from uh, the pretty pictures and things that might be able to invoke an emotion XYZ to, hey, like let's start some storytelling, let's get some soul, let's get some feeling or different ethos behind what we're seeing. And then in that, there's certain subsets of, okay, is this a commercial? Is it an ad on social media? Is it meant for kind of the turn the camera selfie style? Is it a more kind of just basic literally shoot it with an iPhone feeling and aesthetic? So there's different formats of video, which I think we're seeing here. And yeah, that's a picture can only say so much, and it goes a lot to, okay, how is it still shot being produced? Are you getting movement? Is it asking the right questions? Is it eliciting the right questions? Um, and I think video does that a little bit easier. It allows a deeper point of connection to anyone viewing it.
Cool. Awesome. And sorry, I should probably know this, but what channels are you currently on? I know Instagram, obviously, but
Yeah, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I know next to nothing about TikTok. People are, I view TikTok. There's lots of comedy channels that I watch, and I'm just amazed every day that people are just literally so funny. But yeah, I guess those three: IG, TikTok, or IG, Twitter,
on Facebook.
Facebook, kind of the original three. Um, for a hot second, was pretty active on LinkedIn, only because of what I do in the venture and kind of finance space. And that it is a growing medium because they have invested quite a lot into their creator program, and I'm part of that as an athlete creator. But yeah, those three.
Awesome. And so I suppose um, one of the things is that we push a lot is either decide what success looks like. Is it UGC or is it links to website, traffic to website? Is it, code shared or whatever else, right? Testimonials. I'd say we always recommend you when we think about UGC. What is your answer to someone who's like, well, I'm sure you get brands asking you, and they're like, well, we want sales, we want to drive
Hmm.
sales. How do you deal with that? Because it's very different to delivering good UGC, right?
Yeah, I kind of just stand in what I know the value that I'm bringing is, hey, look, you can whitelist the crap out of this and it can drive revenue. I can put it up on mine and you can see what will come of it in terms of conversions. And I've had tremendous case study of some brands and activation, it converts really well, and some it doesn't. It's incumbent upon time of year. Is there anything happening social politically that's taking over the internet space? Are there social political movements happening, like posting during Black Lives Matter is really interesting, of having to be aware and cognizant of all things off platform that might be affecting platform. So when brands are looking at, hey, I want to guarantee sales, or I need sales, yes, uh, that is the name of the game. At the same time, it's okay, can this asset be used outside of this moment? Can it be used for a repeat campaign? Are there other platforms like YouTube, like frankly just running Google ads with SEO linked to this, Pinterest, TikTok, Twitter, can this asset live on as many, or can it have as much of an omni-channel approach as possible so that you can drive those sales independent upon how it's received from my own following, my own name, image, likeness, my own
Right. Yeah,
ether in this
what you've got going on.
space.
Perfect. Okay, so you've done quite a few deals with us. I'd love for you to just highlight a couple of the brands that you've enjoyed working with, and generally, let's not pick on our brands, but generally what you like and don't like about your brand partnership deals.
Yeah, I'll start with the two that I really liked with open sponsorship. And I've had the amazing privilege, I should have started at the top with this, to work with your company and see it grow, see it go through funding rounds. And it's been tremendous to see the marketplace and platform and the tweaks on it and how you and the company have evolved. But the two that really stand out to me, and I looked through right before this call, were Beast Brands, which was or is a men's personal care, lotions, potions, shampoos, etc., where it was an equity deal, which was right in line with kind of what I do outside of the creator space, where it's okay, I have skin in the game, I have ownership in this company. Now on my calendar, how could I be bringing either additional investors to the table? How could I be kind of rolling up my sleeves on the operational and marketing capacity for that company? So that one was cool because there was a highlight and tremendous synergy to what I do outside of social media. And for those that know me well, they know that social media, I participate a lot, but most of my time, efforts, and energy are in the venture space. And then the second one was Sperry. And this was, I think, 2018, 2019. It was a repeat partnership. One, because of just the quality of work that we produced at First Pass. But then it was a really interesting time and transformative time for the brand. And I had the opportunity to connect with their marketing team and just give them my experience of consuming the Sperry brand. And I was very candid. I articulated that I consume the product as a young college student. The ethos that I garnered was, hey, it's a white, preppy Northeast brand. And in saying that, like, that is why we're here. We're trying to help change literally the face and the inclusive nature of what the Sperry brand stands for. And I was a piece in helping kind of change the lexicon around how Sperry is received by the public. And they've done a tremendous job doing that and kind of doing a rebrand, but it all started on open sponsorship and them tapping different types of creators specific to the athlete space to help really transform that brand. So I thought it was a tremendous success story for the brand and how your platform helped facilitate that, because it's not often you're on calls with CMOs of companies talking about where this campaign sits within the context and strategic initiatives of the brand itself. So I thought that was really cool.
Love that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I remember that deal, and they just picked up John Legend as their big brand ambassador, and then we were kind of helping them out with others, so it was awesome.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not John Legend, but I can I can
I
help
can help.
move this down the road.
Exactly. Just slightly behind. Cool. So I'd love to, in terms of content creation, I know that we've worked really hard, as you said, with our marketplace to try and make sure that you have all the assets and deliverable dates and all of that stuff. Anything that we have on our platform that you find very helpful to be a better content creator? And then are there any other tools that you also use that you want to give a shout out to that make you a good content creator?
Yeah. I'll start with OS. It's super clean interface. Honestly, the UI UX experience is super easy. Candidly, I haven't used it on my phone just because I'm behind a computer screen all day long. But it's super easy. It's just like, here's what you need to know. Here's the brand. here's what we're looking for. It's incumbent upon you. And the thing that I really like about it is, while agents and athletes might find it annoying to have to essentially submit themselves and present the best case for something that's on the if come, I think it's a great seeding and weeding out process of, hey, who's serious about this? Because we know what it can turn into. So I actually really like that. The communication's pretty streamlined and efficient, and the transacting nature is also very efficient. I've done plenty of deals where it's I can't even tell you some of these net terms. I'm like, in what world does a net 180, net 200? There's still brands, I won't throw anyone under the bus here, that are now approaching like net 360. Like, man, oh man. But from soup to nuts, it's pretty turnkey in comparison to what's out there.
Awesome. And then are there any other tools that you would say that you're using that you want to give a shout out to that make your life easier?
Tools in terms of marketplaces or just creative?
Nah, we could leave those.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna
we'll take that one offline.
We're
No,
keeping
more
this
so just
open sponsorship. The other brands and platforms, they don't get airtime here.
no. I was thinking more like, do you have any plugins that you're using for Instagram, or filters, or is there anything else that I don't know help you be better? I suppose the biggest thing is that you have your partner, it sounds like, to help ideate and shoot, and that sounds like such a winning combination.
Yeah, I mean, beyond different like phone modalities, I do have my own internal server. I use that for file sharing because there's a perfect case. I was in Germany and doing content creation work and having to submit things, and like I'm not gonna transfer a hard drive and flash drive like I'm Jason Bourne. So I have a pretty robust and secure file sharing system that
Nice.
Allows streamlined process. Sometimes for stories, if I want to make it cooler, I'll use Unfold, where they have all the kind of presets and you're just plugging in assets and everything. But yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I suppose last big question, AI and all of these other things that are coming along, and we talked about like TikTok. Is that the new age? YouTube, Twitch, live streaming? Like, where do you see the future of content? And I suppose put your venture hat on now as well. Like, brands that are listening today and they're thinking, all right, what's next? How do I be innovative? Are you doing anything interesting, new, different, or what's your predictions?
So with AI, and also very timely here, I know nothing about AI. I would love to learn more in terms of efficiency. At the same time, the whole AI construct in general I was just on a fellowship in Germany about this with the State Department and the German Council of Foreign Affairs, how it becomes ripe for misinformation and disinformation. And that's something that I want to be very cognizant about in the social media space. So I would love to use AI as a tool for streamline and efficient nature managing multi-platforms, but in terms of the platforms themselves, I think AI kind of a tread with caution scenario. And then what I have seen specifically this year and over the past, I'll say like 6 months, 7-8 months since the end of 2022, is more of an emphasis on long-term partnerships of, hey, if we want to date before we marry, great, we can do a 3 to 6 month situation and see how each party's bringing value to the other. But I think we have so much going on in our lives that brands are leaning more into, hey, let's attach to you and what you're doing beyond this heat moment or campaign. And let's stay in touch on it, whether it's things with pride, things with the scholarship that I give to my high school every year, things with ownership in the NWSL, venture, travel, leisure, XYZ. There's so many touch points beyond, hey, we're doing a moment that's highlighting AAPI month, and then outside of these 30 days, we actually really don't care. I think it's a way for them to better tell the story of their brand and who's kind of being the megaphone and voice for that, or multiple people's that are doing that more so than the one-off. Hey, we have $150,000 budget for Pride. Let's throw some rainbows on some shit and call it a day. I think brands are moving more towards how can we really uh, get down and dirty with the people that we're working with in a way that's meaningful for more than 30 days.
I love that. I love that. And then just because I'm sure that we will pass this on to our sales team and account management team, are there any categories or specific brands that you would love to be working with that we can help out?
I get to pitch myself on live TV. Honestly, I think the sports betting space is really fascinating because one, it just the legislation around gaming in the United States is probably one of the largest industries that's not legal across all 50 states. So I think that from a policy and business development perspective is really fascinating. But then once companies like a PointsBet, like a DraftKings, like a FanDuel go live in certain states, it opens up so much potential and possibility to attach to every team and league that exists there, creators that are there, multi-state collaboration, and starting to weave a network in a very dynamic world, which is the sports industry, and then also with the inbound of gaming and gaming platforms that are currently coming to fruition. But I mean, as you know, I take a look at everything. I think the gaming space is really fascinating.
Cool. All right. We will
Yeah.
work on that for you, Josh.
And I'll also put the plug while I'm here and have the platform of I love and would love to do a bet on women campaign, because as someone who has invested in a professional women's soccer team and someone that sees all of the non-equities that exist in the sports space as it pertains to men versus women, I would love to help facilitate a let's bet on women, because they are just as much a part of this sporting ecosystem, if not more, than our male counterparts have ever been. And soccer is a perfect example of that.
I love that. Here. All for it. And obviously, thank you for investing in women's sports on behalf of all women. Obviously, I speak for them all, but that's awesome. I know that you did that. That's really cool. Well, listen, we will have you back at some point in the future. In the meantime, we'll get working on trying to get you more deals. But thank you for sharing your insights. And hopefully, some people have learned some stuff. But we continue to love you for our brands and for ourselves. So thanks for being a great partner.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And
Oh, sorry, Josh, there was one question. Someone
yeah.
asked, what is the best day of the week to post for engagement?
Oh, I have no idea. I think typically beginning of the week, morning Eastern was what kind of the data and analytics showed on my end of things. But honestly, in today's day and age with social, it's a crapshoot. Some things go viral 2 weeks, 2 months later. Some things hit in real time. So it just get it out there. Make sure the quality is good and get it out.
Love it. Love it. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Thanks,
Cool.
Josh.
See ya.